Hey friends, it's Quenby, the Grateful Queen, here on YouTube. Welcome back for another Live at 5 Reseller Community Night. Today is October 7th, 2022, and I'm coming to you from Northern California. I live here in Sonoma County. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Quenby. I've been a reseller for 10, 11 years. I sell mostly clothing and fashion, and I've sold on eBay for that long. And then I moved over and started selling on Poshmark. I sell digital products on Etsy. And more recently, I have been selling on the live auction website called Whatnot. Today, I thought I would talk and start us out anyway about all the changes in the reseller community. I'm only going to be on tonight for like 30 minutes. I usually do an hour every Friday, but I was already live on Whatnot earlier today, and my family and I are going out for a movie night tonight. My health club where I live is having a movie night outdoors. They're showing Hocus Pocus because it's fall, it's October, so I think they're going with that Halloween theme and having slush for the kids and coffee and popcorn. So we will hopefully have a good time doing that, but I didn't want to miss you guys. I did a Whatnot Live last Friday, and I want to keep the Reseller Friday community night going if I can. I know there's a lot of live action in the world right now, so that is one of the changes. I feel like it's just been one change after another for resellers in the past few months. I feel like first everything went live. Hi friends, I see some friends coming in. I don't know why some of these comments are blacked out, but we will see. We'll find out. Hey Rhonda. I feel like the big huge change was that everybody started selling live. I feel like Whatnot came on the scene where people are doing live auctions, and that really stirred things up. I think there's so many people that are super into the live selling and Whatnot, and so many people who are not interested in it at all. And there's kind of been a little bit of a divide with that, I felt like. And then Poshmark announced that they were doing lives. So that just rolled out like what, 2 weeks ago? I haven't even got over there to watch one. Have you guys? So now Poshmark, it's just in the evening. It's just in beta. You have to be invited to sell. So it's mostly people, influencers and stuff. I haven't even got on that bandwagon yet. Have you guys? And then just the news in from a couple days ago that Poshmark has been sold for like over $1 billion to some tech company. So if you need all the details on that, Poshmark sent out emails to all of us. So you can find it in your inbox, or you can just Google it. I'm not going to get into all the particulars, but I'm curious what you guys think about that. What do you guys think the direction of reselling, like what direction is it going in right now? I've been selling so long, and I just don't think I've ever seen something like this sweep through. Usually there's some big change. eBay makes a change and everybody's on board with it, or they hate it, or there's some new platform that comes up. But I feel like this is one thing after another, and I do feel like the face of reselling is changing, and it's changing rapidly. So I'm curious what you guys think about that. Let me say hi to a few people in the chat. Grace is here saying hello. Good to see you, Grace. How are things going there? Janice, good to see you again. You popped on Whatnot for a little bit today. I really like some of the overlap that's happening where I'm seeing some people that I met on Whatnot come over here to YouTube, or vice versa. So that's been really fun for me. Misty said, hello, I finally made it. I've been missing everyone the last couple of weeks. I know, we all kind of get like used to seeing each other. There's a core group of like, 25 people that show up at this Friday live consistently, mostly every week, and we get to know each other and what's going on in each other's lives and each other's businesses, and support and encourage each other. And then we have people that trickle in and out, but it's been such a great consistent source of connection and support for me. Hi, Rhonda Creek. She says that sounds fun. If you're just joining, I actually made plans tonight. I don't do a whole lot. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of like an introverted person. I'm a full-time psychotherapist. I do have another channel called The Grateful Therapist that I need to get over and make another video on soon. So I don't do a ton of stuff at night anymore. Do you guys? But this is like a family night. So I'm going back out into the world again. It's been a busy day. How about for you guys? But Bet saying, hey, everybody. Good to see you. And Melissa is here. Hi, Queen. Hi, all. Hey, Alana. How are things going with you? Are you going to be continuing with Whatnot? Where are you sort of at with it? I'm really curious. Hey, Thriftable. So good to see you. I think I'm in a place kind of right now. I've been super pro Whatnot, like live sales. I love it. I mean, I've been doing this live for a couple of years, so I like live. I'm kind of comfortable with it. And I've the transition to Whatnot's been really great for me, but I have to kind of evaluate. I'm not gonna lie, it does take a lot of work to like set up a show, run the show, do the shipping, and I've been trying to juggle it all. I'm still doing YouTube, eBay, Poshmark, Etsy, all the things, my psychotherapy business and all that goes along. And I just added Whatnot in there. Like now I'm gonna do 2 Whatnot shows a week. And I was really riding that for a while, and now I'm like, I can't do all these things. So I have to kind of evaluate. I'd really love to hear from you guys about what you think. Do you think that reselling is moving in the direction of live sales? I think that it is. I think we're seeing it across all platforms. I don't think the other stuff will go away necessarily, but we'll have to see. Who is Peter GMC? Welcome in. Tell us a little bit about you. I haven't seen you here before. Andrea's Accent, so good to see you. How are things going with you? Are you going to do another Whatnot show? Have you guys noticed? So I guess we're officially in Q4. Is that right? I always have to count it out like first quarter, January, February, March. Second quarter, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, October. It's October 7th. We're in the first week of Q4, which historically for resellers has been the busiest quarter with the most sales. For most people, I know there's exceptions. It depends on what you sell and everything else. But for most of us, it's like now until Christmas is go time. Have you guys noticed an uptick in sales, or are you doing anything differently to get ready for fourth quarter? Janice says, yes, lots of changes, hard to keep up. I know. I'm like, what? Bing, bing, bing. There's just all these different things. And then, of course, like the eBay seller update comes out with those changes. Those are the things we're used to reacting to. Like, oh, wow, eBay's going to do this change thing. And those things seem to be like, not much of a reaction. But then Poshmark being sold, that's going to be change, people. And even if it ends up being good change, like over time you realize the changes are for the best for all of us, the transition period is usually challenging. Most people don't love change. When they come down and say, yeah, Posh has been sold and these are the changes we're implementing, it's like, oh, they're going to go international. Is that going to be competitive for my sales? Oh, like there's going to be change, and people don't love change. Do you remember what's happened recently with Poshmark changing their algorithm and how they do search? I mean, people were very upset about that. I understand why. A lot of people lost their kind of flow, and they're having as many sales. And for people that rely on this as their full-time gig, that's hard. I totally get it. But there's going to be changes coming. It's like, brace ourselves, people. There will be changes, and we'll probably love some of them, and we probably will not like some of them too. So change is coming. My friends, Janice says, just want to say how awesome you are. You're awesome, Janice. How awesome you are, as you're so supportive to other resellers, both on Whatnot and YouTube. You're always very encouraging and give such great advice. Thank you. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate that feedback. It's just what I do. It's just sort of the way I know to do it. Andrea does have another sale coming up. Next Wednesday, she's doing vintage Christmas decor. OMG. I've got to get to that one. When is it going to be? I would love to do home decor. I am personally very interested in vintage home decor. I went to a yard sale. I have a video. I'll have a video. It'll come out in a little while. And it was a huge yard sale. I think a woman had passed away and her family was finally cleaning out her house. And there was some vintage stuff. And they had this whole box of vintage cards. And I took all this video of me just sifting through. I love cards. I have a stack right here that I bought for me and my mom. I still write thank you notes, handwritten and stuff. And it was all these vintage cards. And I do know that people sell vintage cards. Have any of you done that? Like vintage Valentine's Day cards and stuff are kind of popular. I didn't want to mess with it, so I didn't buy them. But And there was one woman there at the sale who just was overcharging for everything. I'm just like, oh, I don't want that woman to check me out. I'm like, honey, this is a yard sale. And she tried to charge me $6 for this box of cards. I'm like, oh, I held it up to him like, but they were originally $2.99. And she starts arguing because the price tag was on there, $2.99. But that was many years ago. It wouldn't be $2.99 today. I'm like, okay, I'll put them back. Hi, Mo. How are things going with you? You know, I've run into a bunch of people from New Mexico on the Whatnot shows. My sales have increased. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. And Melissa says my sales are starting to increase. Oh, this is such good news. Hey, Bernadine. Great to see you, my friend. Good evening to you. What are you up to this weekend? Thriftable said, I'm not sticking with Whatnot. Poshmark is more passive for me. That's interesting because I never thought of Poshmark as like a passive income stream. My most passive income stream is Etsy because I sell digital products. Do any of you guys do that? So basically, like I'm a psychotherapist as well as a reseller, and I sell my tools. Like if I make a worksheet on how to treat depression without medication for my clients, I'll just post it on Etsy as well. I posted there one time and it's like a renewable. So that's really, really passive. But I guess compared to Whatnot, you could call Poshmark passive because you list it when you want and then stuff sells even when you're away, right? Hey, Classy Vintage Travels. Let me get to your comment in a second here. I think you're right, Thriftable. I have to make some decisions, I think. Peter says, I was active before COVID, but it turned my business down because I spent a lot and set up everything before the crisis, but then shut down, then moved to pure online and U-Haul storage. Okay. You turned your business down. Okay. So are you going to start reselling? What are you reselling on what platforms? What online platforms? Classy Vintage Travel says, thanks for the positive attitude. Sales up. Oh, I think Petey's going to walk through the front door and I'm doing a live video. You guys can say hi. Hi, Faye. Hey, babe, I'm doing the live. I heard you come in. I'm like, oops, I probably should have warned him. Thanks for the positive attitude. Sales are up. I think the Posh sale is good. They're now having to making the stockholders happy. Takes the pressure off owners to do what's best for Posh. That's a good perspective. Do you sell vintage stuff on Posh? I think a lot of people overall, what I'm hearing is that they think it's good that Posh was bought. Well, I forget who it is. I read the whole email. It starts with an N. It's some tech company. So they may really be able to help the platform out. They are predicting a 20% increase in Poshmark sales. We shall see. But most people are saying, hey, this is a good idea. I haven't heard anybody say they don't think it was a good idea. But again, there will be change. Get ready. Try not to grip too hard when Poshmark starts making a lot of changes. Faye Sharp is here saying happy Friday. Babe, I'm just going to be on till like 5:30 tonight so that we can figure out what we're bringing to the movie. What did Babette say up here? Babette said, I had a great sales weekend this past week. I have watched a few Posh lives. I'm still sticking to my usual eBay, Posh, old school reselling, LOL. No, I think that's totally, everyone's got to figure out what works best for them. And I totally respect that. I have not even watched the Posh lives. I'm not an evening person. Like 6:30 at night, I'm making dinner with my family. I'm helping my son with his homework. I'm usually not doing anything at that time. I love Whatnot. I love the community. I'm having such a good time. When I first started on there, like the first month or two, I was blown away by how much I was able to bring in. And I sold so many things, like 30, 35 items a show, and I was making such great money, but it has changed over there. I think it's even more competitive now because they accepted so many more sellers. And so I think we all have to figure out how that's going to go. If you want to, Andrea, if you want to send me the link on Instagram, a bunch of people send me their links for their shows. I have to find a way. I have to bookmark it, but I also like certain shows that I don't want to miss. I write it in my actual personal calendar because I cannot Otherwise, I won't remember to go over. I have so much going on like you guys. My sales on eBay have been surprisingly good considering I've been focusing so much on Whatnot and not listing as much. I was doing, before the whole Whatnot storm, I was doing 5 listings a day. Thanks. Every day. That's not a good spot for it. Can you put it somewhere I can see it? He just brought in a package. I'm like, I'm never going to see it there. Anyway, so I've only been listing like 3 a day and not even every day, like when I can. And I'm like, wow, I'm still making pretty good sales. So I got to start picking that back up. Peter said, still struggling with debts and trying to do online wholesale for resellers. Okay. So you're selling like wholesale boxes or pallets to other resellers? Yep. Got to pay down that debt. Melissa said, but Bet, I'm with you on that. But I'm considering trying the Poshmark live show. I heard someone make a good comment, which was they're predicting that Poshmark lives, sellers might be able to sell things for even more because Poshmark already has the customer base. One of the downsides to Whatnot right now is that most of the people selling in the thrift category are other resellers. Most of the people buying there are other resellers. So they need more actual customers that are not also resellers, where Poshmark might have that. I haven't been over to a show to see, but I thought that was a good perspective. Bernadine says, taking kids to the pumpkin patch. Hayride tomorrow. Sorry I missed your show today. That's okay. There were so many shows on today, and I was like, oh, should I just do it another time? But I don't have a lot of time where I can just choose when to do the shows. There's only certain times it works because I have my other business stuff and my family. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. But there was a lot of shows today. Pumpkin patch. My son's 11. I think he might go to the pumpkin patch to go pick out a pumpkin or something, but I think he's outgrown like the hay rides and the little haunted houses and the corn mazes. That was such a fun time. Hi, Keely. Hi, y'all. I'm so glad I made it to the live. A little late, but I'll catch up after. Yeah, I'm just going to do like 30 minutes tonight because we're going to the movies. We're not going to the movies. I'm going to an outdoor movie at my health club. Oh, all these people came in. I didn't see you guys. Sorry. Let me say hi. Jennifer Shawcrest is here saying, yay, I caught a live. I'm so glad you're here. Tell us a little bit about you. Because some of these people like Andrea, Maudie, they're here like every week. So we know about them. We know what state they live in, what they sell, what platform they're selling on. So make sure to let us know a little bit about you. And even if you're here all the time, introduce yourself in the chat because we do have new people and we do have people watching the replay. Feel free to shout out anything that you're doing, any way that we can support you. If you're running a sale, if you're trying to grow something, put your Posh Closet in the chat. Any way that we can support you, let us know. That's what we're here for. Who else came in? Jennifer came in. I said hi to Jennifer Shawcross and Maudie. Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing great. We were just talking, Maudie, about kind of Whatnot, and some people are starting to be like, they're kind of done. Are you going to continue? And are things the same? Because Maudie was one of the first people over there that I knew. And she was like, Quimby, you should get on there. And I'm like, no, I don't have time to do anything else. Then she got on. Have you noticed a change over there? And are you going to continue with it in the same way? Hope is here. Racks to Riches resale. How's it going, Hope? When's your next show? Dusty Leather and Lace is with us. Hi, honey. Where have you been? How are you? Jessica. Hola, friends. Happy spooky season. Are you doing anything cool with the kids? Are you going to dress them up? Your family is so beautiful. I could see you guys probably doing some photo shoot or wearing some cool costumes. I was telling people that we're going to go see, my health club's doing an outdoor movie tonight. So they're setting up under this big tent that they have for outdoor classes, and they're having popcorn and Wicked Slush, which we've never had. And they're showing Hocus Pocus too. So I'm bringing my chair and my blankets, and I'm going to try to sneak my wine in there and some snacks. And that's what we're going to do tonight. I don't have a ton of like fall plans. Hey, Elva. Hi, all. Happy Friday. Castell's Posh Closet. She lives in my same Sonoma County. Dusty said, did you say you're selling on Whatnot? If so, how are you doing there? I am selling on Whatnot. I've been selling on there for like 3 months, and I love it. It's great. And I was just saying that I do feel like at this particular juncture, I need to kind of reevaluate what I'm up to. When I first got on there, it was amazing, crazy. I had big shows. I sold out of most shows. And I just feel like it's slowed down for me personally. That might not be true for other people, but for me, I just notice, and I don't know if I need to try night shows or try something different. I'm always open to trying something different. Today I did like my first time doing like DIY t-shirts that I distressed and bleached, and I'm always trying something different. But I just noticed, if I'm honest, I notice a big difference from when I first started to like the past few weeks even. So I kind of have to figure that out. I love it so much. I'm having such a good time, but I'm so busy. I have to figure out the best ways to use my time. So Hope, that's Raxtericious. Everybody follow her everywhere, YouTube, Instagram, whatnot. I rescheduled for Monday at 7 Eastern Standard Time, but honestly, I can see such a big change in buying over there. I don't know if I end up rescheduling, LOL. Doctor gave me the go-to to use my arms. So I've been a listing machine. That is the best news. That makes me so happy. Hope's been very open. She's going through breast cancer. She had a double mastectomy. She's so beloved in our community. And at her last Whatnot show, because of her surgery, she couldn't really move her arm. So she just kind of did such an awesome job. She had her kids helping her. It was such a joy to watch that show. So now she gets to use the arm. So we'll see. It might be different. I love that. Did I see Leslie come in? Leslie, I'll tell you one of the pros for me for Whatnot. I get to see Leslie more often. Happy Friday, Quenby and friends. It's been a while since I've been to a Friday chat. I know, because I was on Whatnot today already from like 1 to 2:30. Last Friday I did it. So I'm doing like all these lives. I love it. But it's been so great to see Leslie over there more. One of the joys for me has really actually been, hi Raquel. Good to see you again. One of the joys for me is, so I've done this live for a couple of years now, and you guys all see me, and I see you in the chat, and I chat with you. So I feel like we have these relationships. Some of you, I had never even seen like your face. Often I'll go over to Instagram and I'll look for people, but some of you don't even have a picture up. I've never even seen what you look like. Or if you do have a picture, it's maybe you with your sunglasses at the thrift store. I don't really get to know you and see. Now on Whatnot, I'll be like, oh, look at Alana's having a show. I'm going to go over. There she is. Like, I totally know what she sounds like now, what she looks like, you know, how she moves. So that has been extraordinary for me, really getting to see everybody. Sales for Moolah says, I was asked to fill out app for Posh Lives a couple of days ago. Haven't had time. Water heater burst this morning. Oh no! And she's in Maine, which is like one of my dream places to live. We usually go every summer and get a house there. Next fall, if all goes according to plan, which I don't even with plans, we shall see. But I'd like to come to Maine and Vermont area and drive around and look at properties. Raquel, I appreciate you. Oh, Dusty Leather and Lice has been doing a lot of YouTube live sales. I've never done a YouTube live sale. I was actually asking people about that before the whole Whatnot thing came. I'm like, I'd like to do one, but it is a lot of work, everyone said. Hey, Material Girl. Hey, friend. I got to see you on Whatnot today, too. I appreciate everybody that comes over. Guerra Thrift, that's my friend Jessica. If you've seen my bins haul videos, she's in there. She's so gorgeous, such an amazing human. She has this baby, Valentina, who's 1, that Petey and I are just like absolutely in love with. I'm just like, oh, when do I get to see Valentino again? Oh, I got to hold him and everything. He is has the best temperament. She's doing such a good job with him. She said, we're big Halloween people in our house, thinking we will be the Addams family. Oh my God, that's so funny. Because I need to do the finger gesture with this, Jessica. That's so funny. Because I didn't know that about you, but that's what I was picturing. Just having met you and seen your family photos and stuff, I was like, I bet you those guys are like super into it and they're all going to do this family thing. Whereas over here, it's October 7th. The most I've done is said, Torvald, what do you want to be for Halloween? I don't know. Torvald, we could go to the thrift store. They usually have a Halloween section. I'll just look on Amazon. Okay, and that's kind of the end of that. I did put a pumpkin on my front porch. That's about it. I really do admire people who like just do anything 100%, that just are like all in, like it's Halloween, let's do a family thing, let's decorate our house. I totally admire that. I'm glad people are sending love to Hope. So, oh, this is good. She said, Hope said, no, it's slow, Quemby. Everyone's feeling it. A lot of sellers now, little buyers, I don't know, they are starting to market for our category. You know what, Hope? You're the first person. I haven't talked about this because it's pretty recent for me. Like, so I didn't know that it's going on for everybody. I don't know what's going on for everybody. Nobody really talks about it. Like, no one says, hey, I'm on Whatnot. This is how much I sold, how many people came to my show, what I made. But then the next show is this. Like, I don't know anybody who's putting out content like that, or I don't really have a circle of Whatnot friends that I even am talking to about it. So it would be really helpful if anybody wants to sort of like, I don't know, consult about it. I'd sort of like, because it was so amazing for me in the beginning. And of course, your first few shows, all your friends show up and support you. I'm so grateful for that. That's amazing. And then I don't know, but there's definitely been a dip. And I'm like, is it something I'm doing, or is that just what's happening? And I spend a lot of time on my shows. I curate the shows. I handpick everything. I love it so much. I really like, out of all the stuff I'm doing right now, I'm enjoying it the most, but I'm probably spending more time on it. So I have to make more money on it. You know, it is a business thing. Pete, that's fine. You can promote stuff here. What'd you promote? Let me see if I can find it. Anybody needs great stuff from Macy's, shoes, $12 pairs, minimum 20 pairs, or clothes, $5 an item, minimum 30 items, or Macy's designer boots, $25 a pair, minimum. Only local pickup in Philadelphia. Okay, well, I don't know if anybody, Leslie used to be in Philly, but now she moved, but people might watch the replay. So how would people get in touch with you? Do you have like an email or something, Peter? And, or when the video ends, you could leave it in the comments and I'll pin it at the top. Andrea says, how do you get paid for YouTube live sales? As far as I know, it's all, it's not like Whatnot where they have the labels and addresses. You have to do it all, right? So people have to send you like their information for Venmo or PayPal or whatever. That's why Leslie used to do a lot. Hope says, I'm doing good, you guys. The cancer meds have made me sick, but I'm pushing through. OMG. So she shared that she didn't have to do chemo. So it's like, yay, but she's still doing the cancer meds. It's just so much. But why do you look so good? Like, I've worked with a lot of families through cancer, especially with kids. I'm not getting into it. I'm not doing it. But you look like so good. Like when I saw you on the show, I'm like, you don't look like a sick person. Your skin looks amazing. Your hair, you look great. But so I wouldn't know you didn't feel good. I wouldn't know that you weren't feeling great. What does this say? Oh, Morticia is definitely my hero. Is this weekend the 15th? I think it is. I'm going back to the bins this weekend, Saturday the 15th. I didn't announce it and do like a meetup or anything. Cynthia was just saying, do you want to come up? And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to wait 3 months. So as far as I know, I haven't seen Cynthia. Where is she? Cynthia, if you're watching this, hey, Christy Blocker, reach out to me. Because I think we're going, and I know not everybody can go because I didn't give a lot of notice and we were just there six or 8 weeks ago. Let's see. Dusty Leather said, we do a mix of items on my auctions, but it's slower right now too. Someone else just said, where was it? Something of two about the Whatnaughty business. Let me take a look here. Let me get up. Oh my gosh, this chat moved. I missed a lot of these comments. Hope said it's slow. And then Maudie said, as far as Whatnot, I've been pushing shows out for over a month due to my daughter in the hospital. But I'm having a show at 11 Eastern Standard Time for sure. Hopefully my following comes back. I'm sure they will. Leslie says, I really like Whatnot. They're definitely hit and misses. I sell as an upcycler, reworker, and handmade seller. Yeah, and just like how Leslie does everything, You go for the show, and she's going to have jewelry and t-shirts and all sorts of cool stuff. But she just has such an extraordinary presence, and she talks about, she's willing to educate you on anything, share anything she knows. She's very inspiring and motivational. So I go too, just to like be in the presence of Leslie and learn. And so you'll get a lot there. Definitely make sure to be following her on Whatnot. She's a reworker's passion, which is a little different than a reseller's passion. You'll find her, don't worry. All right, let's get back down here. Everyone's saying hi. Everyone's loving each other up. Hi, Christy. How are you doing, my friend? Hope says, I've been talking to everyone behind the scenes, lots of private chats on Instagram. Influx of sellers, buyer dip. All my friends are starting to list since it's Q4. You know what? I'm so glad I brought it up, because I wasn't sure. I'm like, it's early days for me to be sharing it, because I feel like it was like, ooh, awesome, 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 a little less, major dip. So I wasn't sharing about it. I didn't have anyone to talk to about it anyway. So I'm really glad I'm talking about it here, so that if other people are experiencing something like that, then we know it's probably going on for many people. So that's good. Now, of course, you're going to have the biggest influence over there. The influencers, with 100,000 followers, they're still doing great. They're not having any problem. Chris from Daily Refinement can go on there and sell the exact same stuff I'm selling for like 25 times the price. Like, I'll put up an Eileen Fisher. I might get $8-10, and he's going to get like $50. I'm like, so it just is what it is. And it's different for everybody. And everybody has to figure out what feels good to them. Like, for the amount of time they spend on it, for the amount of inventory, does it work for you? Does it work for you? So I have to figure that out for myself right now. And there's the thing. Oh, Mo, that's what I was looking for. Mo's comment. The newness has worn off. Maybe. I still love it, though. I still love it the same way. Hey, Geneva, when did you sneak in here? Great to see you. Great to see you. Jennifer says, I've been a buyer on Whatnot, but now I'm a no Whatnot. I want a no Whatnot diet. That's awesome. When Dawn was here the other day, she's like, yeah, I have a Whatnot hangover. I'm like, I have a Whatnot hangover because we were so sucked into this one show that went on all day. And now there's this lingo, a Whatnot diet, Jennifer. That's awesome. I love being over there. I'm fine spending, like, I can't buy every show, but I like to try and support when and how I can. Thanks, Raquel. Just want to shout out my appreciation for my friend Raquel. Such a good, sweet human being. She shows up at my Whatnot, at my live, at the bins. It's so great to have you in my community. Christy said, I'm doing great. Just trying to get my renovations finally done. OMG. And Hope said, you can message me anytime, Quemby. I'd love to, if you want to cut and paste or any of that, I'd love to see what other people are saying, because I didn't realize. Wait, what was the $1 million question? What was the $1 million question? Did I miss it? Geneva says, Hope, how are you healing after surgery? I don't know if you guys can scroll up, but Hope was talking a little bit about that she's taking her cancer meds. Here she said, Geneva, I'm filming a post-mastectomy update tomorrow. Look for it soon. For YouTube, everybody go find, you can see how it's spelled, Racks to Riches Resale. Find her on YouTube. I know I've watched more Hope content than I even ever did in the background and all the time when everything was going on. I've watched the cancer video several times because it makes me cry. And I'm like, that's good. Like, it's good. I need to feel the feelings sometimes. So appreciate you putting those out and that vulnerability. That's going to help a lot of people, I would think. Leslie said, I'm in the beta, but I won't be selling live on Poshmark until they add bundling and shipping discounts. Plus, handmade is not popular. Oh, I didn't realize that, Leslie, that you made that decision. Because, Leslie, you were probably invited in the beginning because it was just like by invitation on Posh. Like, oh, going to buy it. I know. So, that's the thing I heard. Like, so on Whatnot, you buy something, you pay shipping. Then every time you add something, it's discounted. So that's a great way to get deals. I really am a firm believer if you're going to shop on their bundle. But that means every time someone buys something on Poshmark, they have to pay that, what is it, $7.65 or something for each item? That's not going to work. How hard is it to add the bundling? Alana said you would do better on Posh, I think. I don't even know. Alana, you had said that you knew how to get an application. I should probably apply. I recommend to everybody apply to everything because, you know, you can always decide you don't want to do it. Like Leslie's in the beta, but she's like, I think I'm going to pause that for a bit. If you don't apply, you don't have the option. Like, I regret that I waited so long to apply on Whatnot. I got approved pretty quickly because I was assertive. Let's call it assertive. I was not a pain. I was very assertive. I sent them many emails with everything pictures, videos, links. Choose me. But anyway, I don't know how to apply to the Posh thing. Just apply. And if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But you don't want to not have an option if you decide you want to. Rhonda says, I agree about the newness. Plus, I think it will help when there are more regular buyers and not just resellers. I do too, but how are they going to get them? How is Whatnot going to get the regular buyers? Because I'm curious about how that's going to happen, because I'm thinking about, like, let's say my sister. I'll use her as an example because I talk. And it's like, is she going to go on there and watch a show to shop? Like, most people, they're looking for something, or they're looking for a brand. Are they going to just watch? They're not friends with everybody like we are. We're all friends. We're chatting. How do you think it will work for the average buyer? The theme shows, when someone says I'm doing an all Lululemon show, the theme shows might do better, or the size shows, but are you going to go and watch a long show? I don't know. What do you guys think? What am I not seeing here, thinking about? How are they going to do it? Alana said, still some good sales going on. Okay, I got to get over there. I got to get over there and watch one. Oh, Posh sellers are doing bundling. I thought there was no bundling. Leslie said the Poshmark beta was by invitation if you went to Posh Fest in previous years. That's what I was trying to remember. I thought in the email they said something, but I also thought it was influencers, people that have a big following. Okay. Oh, good. Melissa said, Hope, I just subscribed to your channel. Everyone go over there and subscribe. Hope said, I on board on the 20th. I'll try anything. LOL. I know. Andrea said, I think Posh Lives are getting better sales, right? Is because there are only a handful of shows for now. That's a good point. Like, how many? I can't believe, even in my 3 months of being on Whatnot, I can't believe how many shows there are now. Like, I've been doing Friday afternoon somewhat regularly, and it's like I go on today and I'm like, what the heck? Like, there were so many shows. I'm like one of 25 shows that start at 1 o'clock or something. It used to be like maybe there'd be 5 or 10. I was just like, wow. So the competition is there. Not that I think of it as competition. It's just there's a lot more options for people, and you can't be in every show, so you have to choose a show. Geneva said, oh, hey, babe, it's almost time. I'm going to wrap up in a few minutes, guys, because I'm going to this movie thing, and I have to figure out. I keep getting Torvald's messages for Xbox on. Mom life. Stop, Clarity. Getting like 20 messages. Someone inviting me to play Xbox right now. Geneva said, I deleted the app because it was just a time suck for me and I don't need stuff. I just love hanging out with everybody, though. I just love hanging out with everybody. Classy Vintage. I'm in the beta, but paused because of bundle issues. Okay, all right. I got to get over there so I can have a real opinion and support people. And if anyone's doing a Posh sale, please feel free to. I'm the Grateful Queen everywhere. Whatnot, Instagram, email. Feel free to send me a link. If I can come, I really will come. I'd love to support you. I'd love to see. Leslie said the Posh sellers create their own bundles. It's not part of the lives yet. Oh, I see. Like, I can be like, hey, I've got 4 Old Navy cardigans, as opposed to them bundling. Jennifer said, so overwhelming to see so many shows. I know. Oh, Christy's trying to get in touch with Peter about those. Those sounded like some good opportunity there. He's got a lot of stuff he needs to move. So make sure to you guys connect. You can find Christy. I don't know how you want to connect. Let him know. Because there's lots of ways. You can find someone on Instagram. You can find someone on Posh just to send a message. So Leslie says, once everyone can go live on Posh, it's going to be just like Whatnot. the advantage is that you have a large following, you will have a chance to sell. I think I have a large, I don't know what a large following is, but I think I have like 100,000 followers on Posh, just because I have like a service that, well, I did a ton on my own in the beginning before I got a service, and now I have a service that follows people back and follows people, and people follow me. So, okay. All right, friends, I'm going to wrap up, even though it's 40 people here and I'd love to stay and chat. I'm so glad some people joined. This was the first time when I went to get on, I'm like, there's no one here. Usually there's like a bunch of people here. I'm like, this is going to be the time. This is going to be the time where no one shows up. I know it's going to happen, and then it hasn't happened. But hey, you're here. Good to see you, Barbara. I'm actually heading out because I have to go get my family ready to go to this movie thing, but I have a bins video coming out on Monday. I'll be on Whatnot probably next week. We shall see. I have some other videos coming. Thanks so much for popping on with me, you guys. I really appreciate it. I love seeing you here. Don't forget to hit the like button when you leave, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye, friends.